So today I did kind of screw myself up. So ended the day with the minus 278 loss. Kind of overtraded a bit. So let's start from the beginning and see what I've done today. So I started by trading Michaels, which I think I did a pretty good job of this in the opening range breakdown. So it was kind of choppy in the beginning, 9:30. I never play the first 5 minutes, but when I saw I made a new 1 minute low, I short and then I covered. That was easy. And then later on, I saw that it broke VWAP. It was below all this level. I set a stop loss here, but when it popped, I didn't cover it in time, so I kind of should have covered. No excuses here. It just popped really quickly, but I just covered when I saw it didn't make a new low. So I covered for a loss there, and then I shorted the stock again when I saw that it lost all these moving averages, which is, I think that's the 9 and the 20 EMA. I was hoping it'll hit the VWAP and keep on going. Instead, it bounced back up, so I got stopped out again. This time, I shorted again, actually quite heavy when it lost both of those levels. And then it did a rebound. I should have been stopped out. It's one of those things where I should have been stopped out, but I knew it was going to go down, so I actually didn't do anything. But a better entry would probably have been near this level once it broke VWAP. So I guess on the 5 minute, I shorted here, but actually a better position would have been right here. So this is where I traded 5 minute, but actually the better position would be like right there. That would have been a better entry. Let's do that again. I think this would have been a better entry right there. That would have been a better entry for myself. Covered, saw that it was still weak. I think this is what 11. So let's see what happens here. 11:15. I saw that it was still weak. If it sort of did this weird consolidation where there's a lot of trade, but it was flatlined at this level, and I just exited. But what I should have, I guess I shouldn't have, but exit was good. I should have been watching it, and then, once it drops, probably entered this level and then cover on the way down. But either way, I entered here, covered, and then near the end here, I did something similar. I shorted. I saw it broke all these levels, and I was hoping that it would drop to the 1772 level right here. Instead, it did not. It just sort of flatlined. It's still flatlining, so I just covered it all. I was hoping it would make another run at this. It made 2 runs at it. It didn't happen. So, and it's way past 11:30, which is where I should stop anyway. So, it is what it is. It was a bad day. So Etsy kind of really screwed me up because this is a stock where I lost money initially, and then I kind of didn't recover because of this. It messed with my mentality and everything, and I lost money a few times on this stock. And it's my fault actually. Should have been more patient. So what I did was I tried to do another opening range break up. I saw that it broke all these levels. It's actually kind of descended 40.96. Yeah, it's 50-60 cents. That's a lot. I should have known it's going to do a pullback. Instead, I chased it, and then I paid the price, right? So I chased it, got stopped out. Kind of did a pullback. Let's see what the level is. It's pullback. This is 41.48. So it wasn't too bad that it pulled back 41.48. But so the key for me here is I should have been stopped out earlier. It should probably be a monetary stop loss, like $100 or something like that. I lost like 200. That's inexcusable. That really messed up my mentality. I took 500 shares. In a way, it was doing this bull flag, right? or so I thought. Instead, it just dropped. I don't think I could have done anything other than the stop loss. I should have had a tighter stop loss here. And then I thought it was going to continue this drop. New 1 minute. Kind of over anticipated a bit. I should have waited and see what happened. And also, this has really good, strong fundamentals. But I don't know. It was up $7, $8. I thought some people would be taking profit. Instead, it just continued to go upwards. So I shorted. It got stopped out. This was a good stop out. That was a good stop out. And then I kind of didn't play it anymore, although I could have, but I don't really like to chase the stock. But what I did do is when I thought it was going to go down, and it did come down a bit later on, is when it started to come down and break some of the moving averages. At the time, there's a VWAP here. There's no other levels. So I thought it was going to go down towards the VWAP. I know that was not going to be... it was like a 70-cent drop, right? So that's a 1 minute. But even on this, right, to the next moving average or down here, it's close to $70 drop. It was going to drop somewhat because it lost the averages. So I shorted, and I started covering. When it didn't show any signs of doing any recovery, I just basically got out. And that's Etsy. So lost money. On it, on both the longs. On the long side, it's made small money on the short side. PVTL, I also played this poorly up here. So 950. Chasing it. So you should never chase. I think that should be my motif for quite a while. So it's making higher highs, did this pullback, went up again. I thought it was going to continue. I thought this was going to be some sort of bow flag, So kind of like A, B, and this is C, and is D. However, it didn't turn out that way. It dropped and I covered, but I think this is a pretty significant drop. It's 3107. Yeah, that's like a 20-30 cent drop. And so that really screwed me over as well. Kind of waited for the new 5 minute, new 1 minute high. Went long, and then it dropped on me. Should have gotten stopped out earlier. Yeah, that's tough. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I could have done better. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I could have done better on that. That's a nice little double bottom here. Good entry would be probably this new 1 minute high. Write that up. I don't know. Should have gotten out earlier. I thought that was a retracement, but anyway, and then later on, when it broke through those moving averages, I knew I was gonna go test the 28.75 level, short it when it made a new 5 minute low. This is a mini bear flag, and so I short it and then covered on the way down. It did a kind of a pullback here. I didn't wait for it. I just got out. And then I did another bear flag here. When it dropped below this level, I should have probably re-entered it and see if it continues to go lower, which it did. The reason for that is usually when it breaks through the level, there will be a continuation. I can probably put a stop loss right above it. And there's usually some pullback, so maybe not right away. Maybe wait to see if it pulls back. If it does and it drops below it again, then re-enter the position, tight stop loss there. Maybe that's what I should have done. Nonetheless, I lost some money on the initial one, which is, up here. It's a pretty wide gap, and then I kind of made half of it back on the short side. Dropbox, I just lost money on Dropbox. It was just, I don't know, stupidity. So it was kind of distended initially. So I shorted the stock, it popped, I exited. I thought I was going to break that level and then just keep going down. Sort of what it did here. It dropped through those moving averages. I knew I was going to aim for VWAP. Probably not going to make it, but just because it's so far away. But as you can see, it kind of tested it on the 5 minute chart. So I basically covered it on the way down. When it broke it again, I tried to short it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I would have done anything differently. Maybe stop myself out way earlier. Would have been nice. Should have stopped myself out earlier. It's about getting stopped out early. But I think because of the losses that I was carrying, I didn't want to keep adding to that. But I should have stopped myself out because it then popped and then basically didn't look back and then went on going up. So that was bad. I think we talked about MIK. SQ, lost money on SQ. Sort of the trend today is losing money. It's going up. I chased it. It pulled back to this level. So as it was pulling back, I just got stopped out. Small loss. And then it broke this level. I thought it was going to then, because it broke all the moving averages, that it's going to test the 64.11 level. So that's 30 cents away. But instead it popped up So I got stopped out for the. Actually, here I think it's a sizable loss because the spread is so high. So that's 64.43. Oh no, it's not. So where did I lose money? Maybe because of the share size and then also the spread on the stock. Yeah, the spread isn't that bad. So yeah, so I broke this level. I thought I was gonna go challenge the low of the day. Sort of move in that direction, but should have taken some profit and then exited. Instead, I kind of waited and it was ended up being a loss. ROKU. Oh, ROKU. It was moving up, trying to challenge the high of the day. So I went long on ROKU. So went long. Saw that it broke all these moving averages. It's above VWAP. So I was hoping it would break through the high of the day. It did. It always does some pullback. I got stopped outside. I went. It didn't do anything. Kind of pulled back a bit. I shouldn't have exited, but I exited. That was stupid. And then it went higher, so I bought in. It dropped, and I got stopped out. And then I knew I was going to go back up. Just because as it moves up, where else is it going to go except to challenge the high of the day? So entered and then basically scaled out. Now he basically did the pullback and then it even broke the high of the day. So I guess I could have, start playing it again at this level when it seemed to be challenging high of the day. Maybe re-enter again once it broke the high of the day a second time. But that, yeah. So I think that was it. Minus 278. It's a bad day, but you learn from your screw ups.